Good morning, everybody. Sawadee krap. Hope you're good today, and the market went well. Hope you found lots of things to take home as souvenirs. I did pretty well. I found some things that I thought my children might like. This is a gecko, and I think particularly my daughter who's into animals. This is for her. I don't know if you've heard the gecko since we've been here in Thailand, but actually, hang on, just listen now. Yeah, yeah, that's the sound of a gecko lizard. So, yeah, if you've heard that, that's what it is. Incredible, beautiful lizards. And this one's kind of like a beanbaggy thing. I think my daughter's going to love that. And continuing the theme, we also found this wooden frog that when you take the wooden thing out of it and play it, makes a noise just like the real frog that you hear all around in Thailand. So I'm quite excited about that. And then for my son, who likes his culture, this spirit house. Now, this is something, spirit houses are something that are found outside Thai homes and businesses. You may have seen one as you've been walking around, and the belief is that they are inhabited by spirits, and what Thai people will often do is take offerings to the spirit house. It could be little snacks. You often see bottles of Fanta placed around the spirit house for the spirits to enjoy throughout the day. So yeah, hope you did as well as I did. Okay, well, we're getting to the end of our Thai excursion, our Bangkok trip here. But as always on our Twinkle virtual tours, we do like to give you guys an opportunity to just strike out independently, because you're not the sort of people that just like to follow somebody else around all the time. You'll have your own ideas and interests about things that you like to check out. So what I'm suggesting here is I'm just going to run through 4 possible day trips that you could take, and then the idea being that you just choose one of those, you go off and do it, and report back, research all around your chosen destination, and report back when you've done. So I'm just going to run through some of the fascinating things that you can do within a day from this amazing city. So option number 1 for you today, we have a visit to the bridge over the River Kwai. Now, if you're at all interested in more recent history, like war history, this will be the choice for you. There's a famous film made called Bridge Over the River Kwai, a war film, and the bridge over the River Kwai is about 2 hours, 2 hours or so from Bangkok here. You can go on the train. It's a fascinating journey, and when you're there in a place called Kanchanaburi, you can learn all about how Allied prisoners of war, kept prisoner by the Japanese army during the Second World War, were made to build this railway that went up through Thailand and into what was then Burma, and some of the conditions that they had to work in. So very, very interesting trip, lots to learn about there, and you get to go there on a train if you are interested in that one. Option number 2. This is very, very popular with visitors to Bangkok. Again, it's a little way out of the city, about 80 kilometers away, but it's a floating market at Dam Nguyen Sarawak. And here it's a market, but the only way to get around the market is on a boat. So these most of the sellers and the vendors, you can see here in the picture, that there is looks like a fried banana boat there with all the bananas on the end, and then these are customers at the market. So when you get there, when you arrive, you got to grab yourselves a boat and a boatman or a boat lady, and the boat that you charter will take you around the different stalls in the market. So it's a fascinating place to visit. I know it's more souvenirs, but as always there'll be food there, and it's just kind of a unique experience that you would not get anywhere else. If you do go up to the floating market, take lots and lots of pictures, and it's even possible that you could maybe create a little bit of artwork based on what you see there. It's a fascinating place to visit. Okay, if we haven't tempted you yet, next possibility is go to a Muay Thai boxing match. This is Thai boxing. Absolutely brilliant thing to go and see if you're at all interested in sport. Very ceremonial. When you go there, you'll see lots of different matches. You'll see lots of local people really into the contests, really supporting either one boxer or the other, and it's incredibly skillful, fast moving, and a very kind of real live event to attend. So again, if you go, do find out lots of stuff about Muay Thai and report back to us. Okay, little further afield, but still possible to do in a day, you could make a trip to the old Thai capital of Ayutthaya. Now, if you're the sort of person perhaps that likes the sense of history you get from visiting castles, then you're absolutely going to love this place, because it is a World Heritage Site. It's vast, kind of sprawling ruins that you can just walk around, almost have the place to yourself, and it's got that kind of Tomb Raider type of feel to it as well. If you look here at the picture of the Buddha's head there, sort of with the banyan tree that has grown around it. So all sorts of opportunities for fantastic pictures again, or artwork in Ayutthaya. So have a think about checking that out. And then, those are your four options. So just to recap, we had Bridge over the River Kwai, we had the floating market, we had the Muay Thai bout, and then the possibility of going to Ayutthaya. So what would be fantastic is if on this kind of free time independent excursion, you find out a little bit more about all the things to do with where you're visiting, and you could possibly use this to just keep a record of it and then share it with the rest of us. And then there's a fifth option that I've saved till last, and this is what I'm going to do. And you could do the fifth option as well as one of the first four. You can do all of the first four. It just depends when your return flight is booked for and how much time you have. But personally, myself, I've been working pretty hard recently, and while we're over here in Thailand, it seems to me rude not to head down to the beach. Now, Thailand is famous for its kind of turquoise waters, its beautiful sandy beaches, its kind of relaxing seaside environment, and its huge numbers of islands dotted in and around the coast. So I'm going to find myself an island and head down there, and if you fancy joining me, you are more than welcome. We can chill out and just sort of recharge the batteries and just make the most of our time that we have before we return. Now, I do hear that if you do make it to one of those beach resorts, they mix up a pretty good fruit smoothie or a fruit cocktail. So I'm going to get started now. I'm going to say to you, Chok Di Sawadee Kap, and I will see you next time we set off on another virtual expedition. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. Please share all of the things that you get up to in our Facebook group. As always, take care and goodbye.